both doubleheaders.
Yeah, well, we squandered 2 good starts. That's probably the most frustrating thing. We get quality starts, which is always nice, but bullpen obviously is disappointing today. I don't know, we gave up 4 home runs, I think. Some of the leadoff walks are just detrimental when you're playing NCAA regional type teams, like 4-pitch walks, 3-2 counts. And then obviously I think the frustration the offensively, we just didn't run the bases the right way, left some runners on base, and squander an inning where we got a chance to put up a huge crooked number and really take over the game. They run out a freshman there. He did good, but, we're about to put the game away right there, and we don't make it happen with the bases loaded. So just, frustrating.
Speaking of the base running, what did you think of the overall effort out of the base paths today? It seemed like there were a couple instances where they weren't as poised as maybe they should have been.
Yeah, not everybody's 100%. So you always have some guys that might not look like they're running as fast as they can, but you still can run the bases the right way, And so plenty of game notes for 2 games, things that we have to address, areas we can get better, as coaches. But at the end of the day, these guys got to do it, And we had our opportunities today. That's what's so frustrating. The fine line between winning and losing. We come out on the losing end both times.
Sebastian start, it wasn't the prettiest start. A couple leadoff leadoff hits, a walk, but still seemed to stay tough even after giving up those 2 runs.
I will say, because I thought, I think the UConn game is kind of tit for tat offensively. I thought Indiana State clearly had better at bats than we did. It was very impressive what they did with 2 strikes. Very impressive. I mean, they made Gangor work. Now, did he hit his spots and was he as sharp as he could be? Maybe not, but man, he competed. He gave us a chance. I mean, that's what's frustrating. Like I said, you squandered 2 good starts, and we've got a talented bullpen. Obviously, walks and the ball leaving the yard is not the recipe.
I'm gonna double back on that base running one more time, Dan. On the bobbled ball in the outfield out there with Keelan trying to take second and Benson trying to come home. Can you walk through what you saw in that play and what you would have liked to have seen happen instead?
There's no excuse. It's a 2-out hit. I mean, we're going on a 2-out hit. I'm not sure why our runner wasn't ready to go on a 2-out hit. I questioned him because he stole second, and when the ball went in the center, he didn't go to third, which we usually go to third, but sometimes the center fielder will keep you. So I questioned, but yeah, just we I don't know if he forgot the outs or poor base running. I don't think really Keelan, he doesn't know that the guy's not scoring on that. So, we talk about take 2, try to run in their face, 2 out of the box. I don't really think he did anything wrong. I'm just not sure what JT was doing on that.
What did you think out of Evan Webster in his start in the second game? He looked good in his 4 innings, but he pulled him after, I think it was 68 pitches. Was that?
Yeah, I think it's just probably a little bit of his history and building him up to be a starter. He's always been, for a couple of years, he was a really good 30-pitch guy. And it's gotten better, late last year and this fall. And so, what we got out of him felt like, man, that's a great start, and let's let the bullpen take over. And it just didn't work out. It didn't work out in our favor. Just, again, when you're playing NCAA-type regional teams, you're going to get exposed. So, but that'll happen in the ACC as well. If you play like that, then you're going to come out on the losing end.
And then after that, Corbett was the first reliever out. Is he transitioning to more of a middle inning relief, or is that just a situational thing?
Right now, especially the first month, just get out. Just run out of the bullpen and get out. So, if you get to control your own inning, great. If you got to come in with runners on base, well, there's only 4 games a week. So if you got, 15, 16 pitchers, there's only 4 guys that are going to start. Everybody else, you got to come out of the bullpen. And I thought we've done a good job of preparing these guys. Really, coming out of the bullpen and getting that experience. And but it's different when the lights are on. You gotta. We just didn't do enough. At the end of the day, it's nobody to blame but ourselves. We just didn't do enough. And give credit. I won't take anything away from Indiana State and UConn. They earned it. They didn't throw away at bats late. I thought we threw away at bats today. We went through some innings where guys didn't look like they were ready to hit, threw away some at bats. But they get 2 solo jacks there late. They weren't throwing away at bats. We got outperformed today, so we gotta wear it and turn the page and try to get better.
Was there
You can't win the national championship in the first weekend. Got a game tomorrow. Obviously, you probably want to get that win. What do you want to see the team accomplish tomorrow besides
You got to play better. You got to. We'd love a quality start by Liggett, and he usually does. But the bullpen's got to be better. We got to be better in the batter's box. You got to run the base. I mean, it's not rocket science, and it's not super easy. I'm not going to act like it's. But as coaches, I'm going to make it clear we're not going to allow that. But as players, you got to be accountable. You got to take ownership. You can't allow that to happen. You can't allow the mistakes. Just not older players. Base running in our program, there's no excuse for that.
You had talked about just getting out there and getting outs. In the first game, Caraba was exceptional. Was there any talk before the seventh inning about running him out there to start fresh before you brought Riley back out, or how did that conversation go?
I think Riley is a durable, strong. He started in his career. When you run these guys out there, you're usually probably getting them one time. So you'd like to 20, 30, 40 pitches, whatever you're going to get. So plus these guys, they get in a rhythm, they get in a feel, and they get command of their breaking ball. But you got to come with it. You got to come from the bullpen with it, right? And we had a guy or two today didn't come from the bullpen with it, and it caught up to him. So it's just our goal is to put these guys in a position to succeed. But we trust them, and we're going to run them out there. But they gotta believe, and they just got to be committed to getting better. I think that's my challenge. That's my goal. Can't feel sorry for yourself. Let's just be committed to getting better.